Playoffs are imminent for Sacramento, but for a chance at the top seed in Group A, they'll need to win outright and for Reno to drop points. Standing the Republic's way this evening is the Tacoma Defiance. UC Davis Health brings you tonight's contest. Alongside Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. After falling to Reno Thursday night, Tacoma is officially out of the playoff picture. But like we saw in the Silver State and what has been apparent in this series, Tacoma can still be very dangerous, Kevin. Meanwhile, Sacramento's begun to show they can consistently score. So, what are you expecting to see here tonight?
Rob, this game reeks of a trap game to me. Sacramento just clinched the playoffs, and I'm sure they're feeling good. Plus, you're playing a team who was just eliminated from playoff contention. Sacramento has proven as of late they can score goals, as you mentioned, and so can Tacoma. But ultimately, I want to see the passion and desire from Sacramento tonight and really focus on doing all the little things properly. If they can do that, the result should be in the bag, and they can continue to build towards the playoffs coming up here in the next couple weeks.
Just 4 matches to go until the postseason begins on the weekend of October 10th. Big one here tonight, Tacoma, Sacramento, and it's coming up next.
This is the look of a 12-year-old cancer survivor. A boy who spent a quarter of his life fighting to get a chance at the rest. A boy whose cancer took his knee, but we gave him back the use of his leg. For extraordinary breakthroughs and everyday childhoods, UC Davis Health offers primary care and specialty care across 17 convenient locations. UC Davis Health, discovering healthy.
This is why we do these things. This is why we partner with great organizations like Electrify America, like Sac to Zero. It's awesome, you know, there's no better way than doing it together.
What are you watching? What are you watching?
Only the funniest channel on TV.
What does that mean?
It means the best comedies live here.
No way! What show? It's a whole channel.
And do you know what it's called?
My
56.
Or is it 54?
No. It's My 58.
Yeah, I knew it.
You have no idea how funny this is.
All of the best comedies are right here on
My
58.
Sacramento Republic FC and United Soccer stand together in support of diversity.
And the players continue to take a knee to show support as Republic and the USL stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. The Republic will not waver in the commitment to stand up against racism and take responsible action to make lasting change. In Don, will we stand together, united against racism?
Thank you.
All right, let's take a look at our Consolidated Communications matchup of the evening. And we'll begin with the Republic's Dark Formella, a guy who has torched Tacoma already this season, Kevin. 2 braces and 2 opportunities.
Yeah, he's had these guys number all season long. Expects more of the same. Hopefully here tonight, he can come out firing, come out strong, and hopefully repeat the performances of past.
Well, we talk a lot about the youngsters when we get in more into this game, but for Tacoma Defiance, one of the 18-year-olds from Moses Lake, Washington, Ray Serrano, does a lot, comes from outside the wing, but he's very talented and simply a player that I think we're going to have to keep an eye on for quite some time.
Yeah, Ray Serrano's done a really good job against Sacramento over the last couple of meetings of these two teams. 1 goal so far to speak of. These guys haven't scored too many goals in the past, but again, a guy that has caused trouble and is a guy that if he gets the ball at his feet can run at players very, very nicely and effectively. Sacramento, you've got to get up on him quickly and don't let him get his head down and dribble at you. Let him get pace.
Our Arden Fair starting 11, 4 1-2-3-1 for Sacramento, but that back line, a lot of changes, including for the first time since March 7th. Juan Barahona back in that starting lineup after that knee injury.
Yeah, Barahona back in. You got the goalkeeper Brady Scott coming in for Rafa Diaz, as well as Declan Kanan suiting up here, getting the start, getting the nod tonight. So a lot of changes in that back four.
And for Tacoma Defiance, Alfonso Ocampo Chavez from Merced, California. Another 18-year-old. Kevin, this thing is littered with teenagers here tonight.
Absolutely right. Reed Baker-Weeding as well. Another guy, 15 years old, Rob, playing in the middle of the pitch. Young players out here that are very, very skilled and talented. Let's see if they can put it all together, put a whole performance in here tonight.
They played a 3-5-1-1 against Reno on Thursday. Different look for Tacoma here, and it's now Sacramento's whistle blows. And here we go from Papa Murphy's Park. Tacoma, Sacramento. Kevin Goldthwait, Rob McAllister with you. An early whistle by the referee, Nicholas Marinkumko, as Tacoma in white heading to the north end of the field, and Sacramento in Old Glory red. Kevin, your keys to the match.
Keys to the match tonight, I think, after last week's performance, conceding early in the first 5 minutes, or in the first 2 minutes for that matter, and then conceding late in the match. These guys got to come out strong in the first 5, start well, and finish well. I want to see them do that. Desire. I think there's something that maybe is lacking a little bit with these guys. I want them to come out here tonight, fight for every loose ball, every little thing, do it right and do it early. And then finally, play through Carlton Belmar. 3 assists last week, Rob. Play through him, get him the ball, and spin off of him. Make runs around the face, and be ready to try to connect in the final third with Carlton Belmar. Let him serve the ball up for you.
Carlton Belmar, no goals on the season, but 4 assists on the year. And I know that you liked that move that Mark Briggs, instead of out on the wing, you put him back up at top in the number 9 position. And he's simply taken that away from Cameron Owasu, who was really a mainstay in the starting 11. What do you like about Carlton Belmar?
Yeah, you said it too. It's kind of interesting. Carlton he fought for that position, took it away from Cam. Comes in last week, like I said, with the 3 assists. But this is the first time I think really seeing him play in his natural position. I think he's been asked to play a little bit, out of position on the wing where he's not as comfortable. So now he's playing that position, gets to play where he feels the most comfortable, and the results speak for themselves last week. 3 assists. Obviously, you want your striker to get some goals at the same time, but it's a goal scorer turned provider. And at the end of the day, creating goals is what you want your striker to do, and he did a great job of that last week. But I want to see the guys connect well with him and connect early. And like I said, spin off of him. Use the ball, the entry pass into Carlton, and make runs off of him because he's good with his feet and clearly has the vision to distribute.
Villarreal, the turnover by Tacoma. Sam Warner on this right side got his first goal against Reno. Warner's going to whip this ball in, curling ball, and it's easily taken by Eric Miloski. The 25-year-old out of New Jersey, 7 goals against, a 2.33 goals against average in his 4th appearance. Christian Herrera from Oakland Roots, of course, big news out of Oakland, becoming a USL championship team, but Herrera back in the Bay Area, and so Klanosky now on loan from the Toronto 2 side, has gotten a couple of starts here. And interesting, Kevin, with so many young players for this Tacoma side, to end up now going on loan twice for goalkeepers. Mistake here by Sacramento. Opportunity friendly from this left side. Shot on goal, and it's Tacoma. And a strike coming from Jesus Perez, his 3rd on the year, and another goal, this time in the 3rd minute, coming early against Sacramento, Kevin.
I tell you what, someone's going to have an aneurysm down on Sacramento's bench, and I think his name's Mark Briggs. We talked to him a couple times this week, and he was just furious with his side for conceding early and late. And here we go again. You got a mountain to climb. Poor turnover in the back that leads to this. Take a look here. Got to hold the ball when you get it, win a tackle when you can, and just a silly turnover that leads to a great opportunity there for Perez. And Perez does a great job with his left foot and finds that near post. Brady Scott really can't do too much about it, to be honest. And a great finish and a great take, great pass into Perez. Perez, no need for a touch, takes it first time and finds that near post, lifts it up and roofs it in the back of the net. But again, I tell you what, Mark Briggs is going to be fuming for the rest of the week, if not tonight, for conceding here in the first 5 minutes.
It's almost become a weekly occurrence. We saw it against Orange County, we saw it against Reno, and now here against Tacoma. And not a good sight is Mark Briggs talking to us about just the focus and how he's still furious. You talking to him before the match here, and he's still upset. I mean, there's a reason why Declan Kanan, Barahona, and Brady Scott now are in the lineup, is to change things up in that back line. He did not like what he saw against Reno. He wants to see a much better team, and that includes this press here, Kevin, see if they can get something quickly back.
Another thing, when we spoke with Mark Briggs, talked about accountability. And no one pointing the finger or having an excuse on how things went wrong. Sometimes you just got to be a man and put your arm up in the air and say, hey, I made a mistake. And, you know, managers and coaches know no player's perfect. But when we start kind of passing the buck and blaming other people, that's not a good look. And it really doesn't breed, you know, that locker room mentality that you want. I think Mark's really trying to hammer that in these guys. Like, listen, take accountability. Tonight's the night. Come out here, play well.
Bijab with a step after getting the ball back to his left foot. May give it a go, try to weed it through. And Eric Formella on the other side. This is a Tacoma team not to be taken lightly. They went up against Reno, did fall 3-2, but really played better, especially in that first half on the road at Greater Nevada Field. Probably had a chance to win that game. And overall, that 90-plus minutes looked like the better team. Maybe just experience and got the best of them. But this,
you know, we spoke about this, Rob. This is a team with a lot of young players that they're there for a reason. They have the talent, they have the skill. I think the one thing that starts to creep in with these younger sides typically is you get some miscommunication, misorganization, and that's where I think Sacramento could really capitalize here tonight. But ultimately, these guys are all really good players, and we just saw a glimpse of it with Jesus Perez with a great finish and a quick turnover. Quick as that, you're down 1-0.
2-8-1 on the year for Tacoma. And the one draw coming against Sacramento, a 3-3 draw as the clubs got back together after the break from COVID. Formella will play it back to Skundridge. Sacramento on the year, 25 points, 7-1-4, have clinched a playoff spot after Tacoma fell to Reno. But right now in second place in Group A, and another turnover. Tacoma back in the middle of the pitch.
A turnover in a bad spot too. I think Sacramento got lucky there. Tacoma could have gone and tried to break Sacramento down, but they're electing to hold the ball and possess. It's a good chance for Sacramento to break too.
Warner along this right side. Lays it into space and maybe a bit too heavy. Had Formella on that left wing crashing.
Yeah, just technique right there. I think it's the wrong decision to try to play a little bending ball in there. Let him see him maybe drive it with his laces and just skip it across this wet grass into Derek Formella, because he had a wide open path in the goal. A good ball into his feet, touching, you have a strike probably. Again, still forward thinking. I got no problems with that mistake by Sam Warner. You're thinking the right thing. Just technique let you down a little bit at the end.
UC Davis Health Injury Report brought to you, of course, by UC Davis, reminding you that we're here for you and offering safe and ready care for you and your family. Andrew Wheeler-Amanu still dealing with that ankle injury and not able to get back. As they head to the 7th minute, that means that we are going to take a break. And Sacramento and the USL coming together here in the 7th minute for ongoing change.
Players will pause play until the 8:46 mark.
Demonstrate here until the 8:46 mark. Of course, those numbers having powerful meaning. They want to use their voice here and demonstrate for community change, not only here locally, but across the country. The public is in full support of these athletes. This powerful moment with courtesy of the Black Players Alliance, an organization recognized by USL and USPLPA with a mission to educate and empower its members to use their platforms to bring positive change to their communities. As we resume play here, we hear the whistle from Nicholas Marankumko, the referee here tonight. Andrew Wheeler-Amanu still dealing with that ankle injury. He will be out. Of course, Adam Gridwis out for the rest of the season. But the good news is that left back position, Juan Bajarona, back for Sacramento into the starting 11. Had last played on March 7th and had the game-winning assist to Drew Skundrich. They've been training for the last couple of weeks, but really just getting full contact. So it'll be interesting to see how number 15 does fitness-wise as we move forward in this match.
Yeah, fitness is the big question. I think obviously he's back in here for a reason. Knees healed up and a little earlier than I think everyone hoped and thought, which is great. To see if he can last or how long the fitness is an issue for him.
Hustle there by Belmar. Quickly out to Formella to the left side. Tracking back is Burke Gilroy. Formella whipping this ball across the face of goal. Warner to chase.
Speaking of fitness, too, you got Dekel Kanan, who hasn't played 90 minutes this season. So another guy you got to keep an eye on here as the match progresses. I will say it is great seeing number 15 out there. Such a good soccer player, such a good mind on him. Both Mark and Todd Dunavant mentioned many times in our conversations how good of a footballer he is, how smart he is. Get a veteran guy back there in a left back, a position that's typically tough to fill, and a bit of a revolving door for Sacramento this season due to injuries, but hopefully the guy's back for good.
Well, Juan looked so good. Probably the best game we saw him was in that draw against Tulsa in week 1, way back in March, and we were really excited to see what he could do for the rest of the year. And unfortunately, as they started to train back, he started to feel something in his knee and felt that it needed surgery, and weren't expecting him back this year. So to see him here back on the pitch tonight is a good sign for Sacramento. Add some depth now with Asher Pollen come off the bench as an option, and also Shannon Gomez now fully back. Villarreal. Barona colliding with Serrano. Serrano playing this ball forward to Ocampo Chavez. Sarge is backtracking. Here comes Bijev for some help.
Good defending to get from Hayden Sarge. Guy running at you at pace. Does a good job of just slowing him down. Wait for your reinforcements in Bijev. And here you are. Possession, working your way back out. Well done by Hayden not to dive in there.
Another addition, Brady Scott on loan officially from Nashville in MLS. Played the last 3 years in Germany in the 2nd division. With 29 appearances, about just over a goal average allowed per game. But comes in on loan and giving Rafa Diaz a break, who has probably played the best soccer of his career over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's really done fantastic for Sacramento. Kept him in a lot of games. There's good back to goal play by Belmar, keeping that ball. Now look where you're going.
Formella with his hand up, hoping to get it. McCrary can't see him. McCrary now a little 2-man game with Jaime. Jaime now finding Warner on the right side. Just along that touchline, will lift it with his left foot and deflected away by Mueller. And Taylor Mueller, big signing in the offseason, wanted some help on that back line to help some of these young guys. A 32-year-old with this club, and going to help to serve as the captain for tonight, but also a mentor for this club. And here's the first corner kick for Sacramento.
Yeah, I love that play. Love the build-up. You know, you bounce the ball into Carlton Belmar, comes back, drops it back off, and good play to continue to play. Sam Warner breaks out on the right side. It's a good ball, good whipped ball in swinger. As you can see, caused Taylor Mueller a little bit of trouble, had to concede a corner kick. A dangerous ball put in a good position. It's good for Sacramento early.
Villarreal, and a big swing, and it's sent out of play.
Yeah, tough ball. Good pressure there from Ocampo Chavez on Jaime Villarreal. On his weaker foot, Jaime is. Sort of those, sometimes your eyes get really big, you see that ball rolling to you. Some baby bouncies from kickball-esque.
No baby bouncies, Kev. It's against the rules. You can kick it a lot farther when you do that, too, by the way. Here's Eric Klosky. Well, tonight you'll see 8 targets placed behind the goal here. If Tacoma Defiance misses a shot and hits one of the target, $500 going to UC Davis Health to assist with the continued research of the pediatric cancer. For more information, SacRepublicFC.com/on-target. And you'll notice that the field is painted yellow, as well as the warm-up kits that they wore had a Child Cancer Awareness Month and trying to raise funds for great causes. Many of these families dealing with just an absolutely horrendous time and trying to overcome cancer, but they have support here of this Republic team. And there is a challenge in the middle of the field as Bijev goes down in the first yellow card of the evening. It goes against Sota Kitahara.
A professional foul right there. Bijev picks the ball up nicely in that area off the turnover. Kitahara does what he can, does what he needs to slow it down, picks up a caution here early. So keep that in mind. Be playing with that in his back pocket here for the next 70-some odd, 75 minutes.
Started against Reno on Thursday. Starting to get some minutes for him. Just 2 appearances in 2019, but Chris Little giving him an opportunity here this week. Barahona, here's Deco Kanan in the back, and may have been touched by Belmar there, and the flag goes up. Looks like Kanan may have been offside anyway.
Good ball whipped in right there. Got a lot of runners right and around the ball. Always a good thing when you got 2 players kind of near the ball. I think there would have been better communication maybe, obviously, if Deckel's not offside. But still, wonderful ball whipped in. That's a tough ball to whip in if you're Juan. Barahona right there does a great job. Puts it in a really dangerous position.
Ball sent again by Chuy Perez, who already has a goal tonight, and Brady Scott going to ground. And it'll be a goal kick here. They love Brady Scott in terms of Nashville's potential down there. They have another young goalkeeper starting now, and they're all under the age of 25. It's a very young core. I wanted to give Brady Scott some more minutes. Talked to Todd Donovan and felt that here was a spot with potentially in a backup role, and they were hoping to get him some games, and here is one of them. But good shot stopper, really good with his feet. You may see him in MLS soon. Jaime Villarreal going to place this into the corner. McCrary off his chest. McCrary back to his left. He's got Bijev in front of him for some help if he can find him. McCrary being held, trying to whip it in. May have earned the corner. No, it's a goal kick.
I don't know how, the linesman right there. There's a full hand, Villanueva of Jordan McCurry's jersey.
That's not a foul.
It's good work there by Jordan. Does a great job getting up on that right flank. A wonderful ball by Jaime. You get a look right here of this battle. And good intensity there from Jordan. Look at the shirt. Linesman, I mean, honestly, probably less than 10 yards away with a good angle. But good work by Jordan. Like him getting up there, getting involved in the attack. Well done by Juan.
Formella. A lot of credit here to challenge Formella, try to keep it in play.
Good work to win the ball back.
How about Tacoma? They've come out on their front studs, really not sitting back at all. They're out here to try to pick up a W. They've really nothing to play for at this point in time other than just to get better. Warner whipping this ball in. Back here is Bijev. And last touch by Tacoma, and a corner kick for Sacramento.
Yeah, Kitahara does a great job there bodying Bijev. And Bijev's in a good position right there. The wonderful ball whipped in. See right here, great ball in by Sam Warner. Just enough body put on.
Small live action, this ball's whipped in, and it's Jaime Villarreal able to collect it at his feet. It'll come all the way back to McCrary now, as the center backs are up for the set piece. Bijev loves to go 1v1 if he can, trying to split it here, trying to work his way into the 18. Just good defending by Tacoma.
I'd love to see Formella just clear out of there. Let Bijev go one-on-one. Don't bring another defender over there.
Sacramento 4-0-3 on the year here at Papa Murphy's Park. Warner awaits it. Warner going to make a move, try to keep this one low. Takes a deflection after Villanueva. And Klonoski.
Yeah, not Sam's best ball with the right foot. Comes in, and Alex with Villanueva does a decent enough job just to flex it back to the goalkeeper, Klonoski. And you got to think, you know, the strikers, attacking players are looking at goalkeeper Klonoski. Big goalkeeper, long limbs, 6'6". 6'6", $170, I think, Rob. Bit of a string being, but a guy like that, I mean, the goalkeeper, what you got to be thinking if you're a striker is it takes him longer to get down to the ground. So if you ever go 1v1 or you get yourself in a position where you can pick your spot, put it low, in and around the feet. Takes a little bit longer for those goalkeepers to get down to the ground.
Ball played forward. Campo Chavez. Sargis able to get back just outside the 18. Goes to his left foot looking for a strike. And he'll float this one a bit high. And a goal kick for Sacramento. But Campo Chavez and Jesus Perez having their way already early in these first 20 minutes.
What they're doing really well is they're capitalizing on the mistakes. Another giveaway from Sargis coming out of the back. And a great ball played into Campo Chavez. And he does a great job going 1v1. Gets back onto the left foot. Decent enough defending by Hayden Sargis, but Sacramento's got to eliminate those mistakes. Those are where all the chances are coming from so far from Tacoma. Tacoma hasn't been able to play and build up themselves and earn those. Another silly giveaway. Just talked about mistakes, Rob.
Sargis backpedaling. Trying to work his way through. Here comes Perez, and Perez sends it into the stands.
Yeah, Perez is going to want that back again. That's on your right foot, using the right part of his foot, in my opinion. Inside of the foot, trying to curl it. Just can't give his chest over the ball to keep it down. But again, another bad giveaway, creating another chance for Tacoma. Sacramento's got to figure out a way here in the first 20 minutes, or for the rest of the game for that matter. It's another giveaway right back down your throats.
Right back to live action. Serrano trying to find target off the back of Sargis. A corner kick for Tacoma.
Sargis, just get your mind right now. There's a couple silly giveaways. Got to value the ball a little bit more, you know what I mean, Rob, where you got possession, especially in those positions. That ball that he just tried to hit it laces chest high into Belmar, I believe. Very tough ball to hit. Risk reward isn't there, in my opinion.
Give credit to Tacoma. They've swarmed early here to force some of these mistakes, but you're right, some of them just unforced, just trying to thread a little bit too soon. This one's whipped in swinger, chance it for Tacoma. Jaime Villarreal is there, still not done. Drew Skundrich not able to win it back. Kita Hara able to get it. Campo Chavez slightly in, a quick touch. And one thing you've seen the difference right now, Tacoma, one touch go. They're not playing with it for too long.
God, they're doing a great job. And when they win the ball, they're going quickly, Rob. It's one or two touch and you're going forward already. And the timing of the strikers making runs off of those turnovers has been really, really fantastic for Tacoma so far. And again, the way to defeat that, or for Sacramento to deal with, is don't give the ball away so easily.
As you say that, it's into the stands from Skundrich, and a opportunity right back to Tacoma here. And this is a club that has struggled here at Papa Murphy's Park, scoring just their 6th goal in the all-time series. The 11th matchup here. Sacramento 9-0-1. This is not a place that's been very kind to the Sounders 2/Tacoma Defiance over the years, but tonight they have the early goal thanks to Jesus Perez from Campo Chavez. That was in the 3rd minute.
Starting to see this right now, too. This is something you don't typically see, Rob, but you got action on Sacramento's bench already with guys getting up, getting loose. We saw a conversation with Briggs and Rodrigo Lopez. Clearly cannot imagine Briggs being happy right now.
That defeat of Formella, at least for a moment. Stepping up is Jaime. Formella's trying to be back heel. Here, combination. Barona trying to turn the corner, gets it down low, and it's sent up high. And we're going to wait for the call. And who was last touch? Everyone's saying it was off of Jaime. Is it going to be a throw? It will be a throw for Sacramento.
Well done by Barahona. First touch just in between his feet, under his feet, but still does a good enough job to get it down towards that end line, get a ball across the face of the goal. Runs just were kind of mistimed as heavier touch by Barahona, or maybe one too many touches. Another chance for Sacramento to come in here with Sam Warner.
Warner still toying with it. Warner tried to towards the left this time, just couldn't get it through.
He does a great job, just to build up of his pace.
Deckel, how about going this right back in?
Second balls, Rob. I think that's another key tonight. Sacramento can figure out a way to pick up second balls in these positions. You got a young team you're facing. Makes it extremely difficult to continue to defend.
Barahona sends it back to Sargis. Sargis. Takes a bit of deflection. Villanueva not able to keep it. Here's to Formella now. Back to goal. Quick touch in here. Formella.
No way.
Villarreal. Formella was on the backside. It looks like
it's a collision between two of the same players.
Yeah,
same team there.
He cut right in between the two Tacoma Defiance backline members there as Villarreal took a look over his shoulder and maybe try to play that one just over his head if he could. I think you're right. All right. The last match between these two was on July 13th. Sacramento with a 3-1 victory. Formella with his second brace of the year. Goals in the 14th and 44th minute. And then Cami Wassa added another.
How is that not? Fourth official's getting an earful down here from Briggs.
Going away to the left back. Academy player. Skundrich. And a hard collision here, and holding his right knee is Villian Bijev.
I mean, that's a hard challenge. And it's Kitahara again, sitting on a yellow card, Rob.
Bijev able to get back up.
He's getting a talking to, but I mean, that's very, very close to another caution. He looks coming from behind. Here's another look at this. Hard challenge coming in, fully selling himself out. Again, though, I think referee went and spoke to Kitahara. I think anything that's debatable moving forward here for the rest of the match, Kitahara's got no more favor with this referee.
At what point does Chris Little make a substitution? Not wanting to take that chance. Formella able to bring it down. Formella to his right foot now, going to try to send it to the left. Barahona, and it just missed. Left side.
It's a great ball. That is a great ball by Formella. Like that no look. Sees eyes in the back of his head. Formella in a great run. Great weight on it. Barahona trying to use the outside of the left foot to find that near post. But take a look at this. Good little touch here from Formella. Brings it down, and he knows. He doesn't even look. He doesn't even look at Barahona. Knows he's there. It's a wonderful pass by Formella. Like to see him find target if I'm being real particular here, but still good run, good overlapping run by Barahona, getting behind, getting involved.
That was his first shot on target all season. Skundrich. Such a work ethic. We've talked about it over, and that's a little bit of a heavy touchback to Brady Scott.
A little bit. That's again Hayden Sargis, just kind of a bit lazy. Just finds the goalkeeper's chest.
No challenging as they get right back up. Both players.
It's a good little tackle from the 15-year-old.
Drew Skundrich, along with Hayden Sargis, the only two players to have started every single match here in this 2020 season for Sacramento. Villarreal finding Warner. Great ball through to break the line. Now Warner has some options. He will wait for just a moment. He's going to try to chip this to the middle to Formella, right back to Warner as Belmar comes back for it.
There's something developing over here on this Sacramento's right side.
Warner finding McCrary. Runners in the box. He's got three options. Now they'll have to recycle the runs. The timing not just is there. Maybe Mark Briggs is hoping. This one's ball lots it up over the top, leaving it for Bijev. Bijev will take a strike. The flag goes up. The goal is no good.
I think this is offside. This is on Formella. It's not Bijev.
Tell you who's not going to be getting a thank you card tonight.
Well, there's probably a conversation. Did Formella affect the play? Did he, influence this a little bit? But take a look. I mean, they're outside the 18, I believe, and there's a.
Unless it was Drew.
I mean, the only person that could be affecting that ball is Formella, and I don't know if he made enough of a move on the play for that flag to stay up. And I think there needs to be a conversation between that center ref as well as that linesman to discuss that and understand exactly what's going on, because there's no way they're communicating with any sort of certainty on who's offside and who's not. Unless both of them are. We didn't have the best camera angle, and our angle up here isn't down that 18-yard box. But from that view, it's a yellow line, a little harder for us to see in the distance. But it looked as though Bijev is outside the box, and there's at least a defender or two when that ball is played a foot or so inside the box. Very unfortunate for Sacramento, and I wish there was more conversation between that linesman and the center referee, Nicholas Marinkunko.
Minutes in, Tacoma with the only goal so far now. They're coming to the 3rd minute. This one played forward here to Baker Whitting. And Deckel Kanan goes in for a hard challenge. No call. Sacramento now pressing forward. Warner to his right, Bijev to his left. He'll elect right to Warner. The 3-time champ will send this ball lofted up over the top. Formella comes crashing in, and the whistle blows. And that will likely take to the hydration break here as the 30 minutes has gone by in the first half of action. 1-0 Tacoma. But as we go to the break, brought to you by Smud, we're going to go to another edition of Mic'd Up with head coach Mark Briggs.
They're getting tired already. We have to move them side to side. In the middle of the park, 1, 2, and where's Drew? 3. We have the extra man. When it comes wide, the ball in there, you have acres of space to pick the one. We will win this game. You have to believe it. Yeah? Come on, come on. Give it him back. Yes. Derek! Come on, son! Highway! Well done, son! Come on! Drew, let's go! Come on, son! Come on, Sacramento!
Back here, as you can see, Mark Briggs in his guys' faces here, letting them know that 30 minutes, maybe not as acceptable, wants them to be a bit smarter. Started to pick up those much better looks as we got going on there. But this is a night where we see the coaching staff and the players wearing the yellow ribbon. That is for Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. And during the month of September, we'll share stats, stories, and much more about how the fans can get involved here and take a stand against pediatric cancer. And tonight we celebrate with UCDH, who continues to do research and much more for children for this devastating disease. If you would like to learn more about this and how to get involved, go to sacrapublicfc.com/UCDH. Of course, UC Davis Healthy, great partner for Sacramento, and that man, William Bijev, has done a lot really to support and to lend his time to supporting so many youth in our community afflicted by a variety of health issues. And so that man has been a big part of his 3 seasons plus now, giving back to the community when he can.
This linesman's getting an earful right now. He's going to be right in front of Mark Briggs and his staff for the rest of this match.
And you're right, you do see Rodrigo Lopez stretching, doing some exercises. And is that just making sure Roro's ready to go? Does Mark think potentially he might see Roro here at the break?
100%. I think we went over, tapped Roro on the shoulder and said, hey, get up, get going. Just proactively, in my opinion, Briggs is probably saying, hey, just in case if things get worse at that point. This is 10, 15 minutes ago in this match. I think it's turned around a little bit, which is why you probably don't see Roro in the match. But I think it was more of a precaution for Briggs.
Trying to break some lines here. Deckel Kanan not able to do so, and it's a turnover here.
Oh, look at this break again.
Robles.
So look how quick they're going forward. Not on the same page Tacoma is right there, but still, that turnover in this position, that's just not a good entry pass by Deckel Kanan. And Tacoma's doing a great job of really capitalizing on those lazy entry passes.
Mark Briggs wants better from his back line, felt that the Reno 1868 would have a steal, a draw, to essentially dropping 2 points in that final minute in that 3-3 draw last weekend here at Papa Murphy's Park between two of the best clubs in Group A, both teams going to the playoffs. But he said we were the better team, but we have to learn. We gave away 2 points instead of walking away with 3. So they chose not to speak to the guys. They need to learn. I'm furious. And he's still furious about it, and it's been 7 days, 8 days now.
Yeah, we talked to him on Friday. He was venting for a little bit. I think a little bit of therapy session, if you will, was what was needed. But yeah, I think, you know, the thought's been is this team needs to, you can't take days off. You know, if you're, you know, making deep runs in the playoffs every year and feeling really good about yourself, and even then, no one should be taking days off. We're not good enough. Any team's not good enough for that. I think that's what Briggs is really kind of focused on with his team, is making sure that these guys are coming in day out and fighting, not thinking that they can and they have the ability and the luxury to take a day off, especially now, considering this position in the season. You know, 4 games to go and a real opportunity to catch Reno with a game against Reno coming up in the next couple weeks. You want to get these guys peaking and ready to go for the playoffs and just firing on all cylinders. And I think, you know, that's the strategy of the manager. When are you going to go soft with your guys? When are you going to go arm around the shoulder? And when are you going to go, you know, get into them a little bit? And I think this was a week that there was, you know, they're going to get into them and make sure that they're all feeling that, you know, it's not good enough. It needs to be better. Don't think for any stretch of the imagination, for any minute that you can take a day off.
Well, especially now at this part of the season where you've got a couple weeks left before the playoffs begin, and a bad night and your season's over. Reno beating Portland tonight 5-2, so they're now 6 points ahead of Sacramento at this point. Sacramento and Reno meeting again next Saturday, September 26th. It will be on My 58, Estrella TV, and ESPN Plus. Kickoff set for 6:30, and that will be on the road. What a ball. This ball's lofted to Warner. Warner along that touchline. He's got reinforcements, 3 along that side. He's going to send this one down low, looking for Belmar. And Tacoma has done a good job defending against Belmar here tonight. Very few touches from number 9.
Yeah, but you know what I was starting to say earlier, on this right side here with Sam Warner's done a fantastic job going in that battle with Alex Villanueva. It's been a lot of crosses, a lot of services from this right side. I think Sacramento's maybe identified a bit of a weakness in Tacoma.
Villarreal back to McCrary. McCrary and Warner, you're right, this 2-man punch here. Can they create something here? Warner just whipping this ball into the top of the box.
He's had a couple of those balls that are just not missing out that first man. It's got to have a little bit more height on it, a little bit more whip. Oof.
Collision with Perez.
Love what I'm seeing here from Sam Warner on this right side. I think his final pass, that service, could be a little bit better, but he's had the better of Alex Villanueva here for the first 35 minutes. I'd like to say here in the next 10 minutes before the end of this half, I think if there's going to be something that's happening positive, maybe a goal, it's going to come from this right side. It's going to start from Sam Warner and or Jordan McCreary.
In this formation, this 4-2-3-1, how important is it that you're right back in, essentially your right winger, be on the same page, be connected and able to play off each other?
Any formation, Rob, any position on the field, you need to be linked up, especially in these outside positions, your outside backs as well as your wingers in front of them. You got to be on the same page, and you got to be able to communicate kind of almost silently, and just know, like, if Juan Barahona is making that bomb and run up there, Derek Formella's got to take a peek around to see how that defense is covered in the back. If Jordan McCreary's tucked in on the backside, then you're probably covered. You can go up and join the attack, but if not, you got to stay a bit stationary, maybe drop back a little bit to cover for that run. But yeah, I mean, it's vital for these guys to communicate when one guy's going forward and the other guy's, what his decision's going to be.
You can order online and pick up your Republic swag curbside. They're offering the curbside pickup for all the team store orders. Go to shop on the Republic website. Pick up your Republic gear here as the fall is upon us. Maybe a new Republic jacket as the temperature is starting to dip.
Another good ball. Entry pass in from Hayden Sargis, I think. Last 15, 20 minutes. cleaned it up a little bit.
McCrary to the middle. Formella was trying to keep that down.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
And here comes a swarming attack from Sacramento. Warner bringing down Kitahara.
Love the energy from Sam right now. Just buzzing around, beat a pest.
Warner 7 goals, 5 assists a season ago. In his first year with the Republic. Did play in Israel in 2018. Didn't see much of the field of his rookie year in professional ball, at least. After his time at Stanford, but he has found here home in Sacramento and really wanted to improve on his stats and take that next step here. And he's got the attitude for it. He's got the smarts for it. Probably just some more time, and hasn't had a lot of opportunities so far this year, but he is one of the guys that leads his team in crosses, so he is at least creating chances for Sacramento. Here's Formella on the run. Double team coming. Serrana able to recover for a moment. Maybe too many touches here from Formella in Sacramento as the play now runs dead, and it's going the other direction for Tacoma. Michael Cannon getting some miles in already. Switching the field is Bijev.
Well done by Sam, just going up and challenging right there.
McCrary gonna whip this ball and maybe go back post. And Klanosky will see it sail out of play, but a good build-up from Sacramento. It all started with Bijev switching the field.
Yeah, again, right there, Sam Warner, Jordan McCrary. Jordan's service, just not enough whip on it. So you got a decision here tactically. We're flipping Warner and Formella. Interesting here. I thought Sacramento's had a lot of success over here on the right. Maybe this is a play to maybe get Jordan McCrary maybe more involved, to be the guy going in and whipping those balls in. But Formella and Sam Warner.
Well, Drew Skundrich has pulled back to this right side a bit as well. And Jaime really more playing up in that midfield role as Bijev sitting in that number 10 position.
Chance to press right here.
Mueller. McCrary
Well done
through
by
the
McCrary.
air.
Well done again.
Throw.
Sometimes, Rob, like you go up for these challenges, even not winning the ball, but just putting a body on somebody. Well done by goalkeeper Brady Scott.
Skundrich playing it wide. Barahona finding Warner, who just switched that left side. Going back to his right foot. Going to play it centrally to Jaime Villarreal. Villarreal lofting this one. Formella is the onside. Formella looking for that quick touch. And that should be a corner kick. Was it last touch by Formella?
Yeah, it's probably off Formella. I don't know if Villanueva got a foot on it. I don't think he did. It's a tough ball for Formella to hit, coming over your shoulder.
Stepping up is
Well
Deckel
done.
Kane, and now here comes the attack from Republic.
Go with pace.
Formella whipping this ball down low. Too many white jerseys.
Yeah, that guy, again, you got to miss that first guy out.
Skundrich.
I feel like Sacramento's doing a great job down here on this right side, getting into good positions in that final third to serve balls in.
Majority of chances here in the last 10 minutes have been for Sacramento, but have yet to break through, as it was Tacoma who got the games first.
Sacramento's dominating right now, 72% of the possession. I think it's been the way since the first 5 minutes after they conceded. And Tacoma, I think we've obviously seen what they're sitting, or their game plan is, and tactically what they're thinking here is sit back, wait for that mistake, and go. They've had success, obviously, with scoring a goal and a couple other chances, but I think they're fine with letting Sacramento have the ball and keep it in front of them. Great turn.
Bijev. Formella's got McCrary on the overlap. Skundrich played forward as well. McCrary.
It's a good ball. It's a good ball right there. You need that near post run. Someone's got to flash right in front of that goalkeeper. It needs to be Belmar. Even before that, you want to see Formella, when he gets that ball, go at the left back Villanueva and commit him one way or the other. And that way it gives your overlapping run, Jordan McCreary, more time to make a decision or even make him turn that into playing him in goal, or on goal, excuse me. Where you want to see Derek Formella get that ball and run directly at that left back and commit him. Still on. Keep it going, Bijev.
Good ball from Barahona, and Mueller trying to keep it in play and cannot. Another Atlas disposal corner kick for Sacramento. It's been quite some time, Kevin, since we've seen a corner kick result to a goal for Sacramento. Can this be the moment here in the final few minutes of the first half? This ball out swinger, crashing to Sargis. Here's Deckel Kanan as well.
Deckel hand in his head. He knows he's got a good opportunity right there. Yes, goes through a lot of traffic. Good ball in the box, good runs. It's a good opportunity there for Deckel. See the ball whipped in here. Outswinger from Barahona. Deckel just can't redirect it on goal.
And these 4 minutes of stoppage time brought to you by Rayleigh Something Extra. Earn points every time you shop. Sign up today, Rayleighs.com. Villanueva to throw. Deckel will send it back to Brady Scott. Takes a deflection. Open play here for Tacoma in the middle of the park. As McCrary again able to close quick enough. Now Belmar. A bit of quiet first half, and now he's going to try to take it off Mueller. Now it's a foot race. And look at Belmar go to the inside, still win that ball. Lofted back. Here's a chance for Bijev. Takes it off the hop. Has help to his left. Will go to the middle instead. Barahona. This ball's whipped in for Drew. Skundrich at his left foot, and a save coming from Sissoko.
Sissoko off the line right there. That ball's probably in the back of the net if Sissoko's not there.
Great patient build-up from Sacramento.
Yeah, good patience right there. I do love seeing Carlton Belmar just decide, hey, listen, I know what I'm good. I'm going to put it around you. I'm going to beat you to the ball. Does a great job. Beats Taylor Mueller and gets a good service in the box, and then patient play between Bijev, Sam Warner.
Drew. Plays it left. Barahona.
First guy.
Sacramento knocking on the door. Can they break through here in the final minutes? Formella, this ball is going to take a hop or two. Off the chest, Robles trying to send this ball forward and spring something for Ocampo Chavez. Again, Deckel Kanan. Fitness could be an issue, but he has been all over this back line so far, holding it down. Even though the early goal from Tacoma, Sacramento has done better in this attack here. This ball trying to play it through. And Serrano able to recover. Baker Whitting got mixed up with Villarreal. Now the ball's just bouncing back and forth between these midfielders. Back line for Tacoma is probably trying to eat out the rest of this clock here if they can. Can Sacramento get one more chance? Be a much different locker room conversation, tied 1-1, than what we've seen here so far tonight.
I do like the energy here from Sacramento going into the end of the first half. Foul there, Deckel.
And Kanan is going to see yellow as the collision from the back on Ocampo Chavez. I mean, it's hard to argue that one. You could see it coming before it happened.
Deckel's trying to argue it. Yeah, we saw it get teed up. And that's the position we've talked about a lot, Rob, where there's, you know, back to goal. You're in, you know, you're on an offensive half. Just stand him up. And even let him probably take the ball off his chest and maybe try to nick it off him when he turns around, or just as he's taking that touch and it comes to ground.
So Republic unbeaten in 8 straight now. They've racked up 20 points over the last 8 matches, 6 wins, 2 draws, And this draw is coming against Reno and San Diego. And San Diego, maybe one of the hottest team in the West right now, as Group B has had quite a change. It looked like it was LA, Phoenix, but Orange County has hung around, and now San Diego going to run unbeaten in 5 as they now hold on to 2nd place, although the Galaxy 2 and Orange County do have a game in hand. So going to be very interesting, and I don't think it's as locked up in that top speed for Phoenix as where we thought maybe a couple of nights ago.
All the groups, Group B looks the most questionable in terms of how it's going to shake out. I mean, you got 4 teams fighting for 2 spots still in that 5-team bracket.
Well, I'll be honest, I mean, you watch some of the Phoenix matches, they don't look as good as they did at the beginning of the year.
Beginning they look fantastic, I agree. And then same thing, except inverse of San Diego. I don't think they looked very good early in the season, and now all of a sudden, you know, rattled off three wins in a row, 2 draws before that, so unbeaten in at least 5, I think.
Well, they've added some new players a couple of weeks ago, and it's really changed the dynamic for Landon Donovan's squad. Here's a collision as it's going against Villian Bijev, who can't believe it. And that is going to be the end of the first half, as you can maybe hear Bijev go, "Are you blind?" Well, that's a question that Republic will have to answer themselves. They are down a goal here against Tacoma Defiance. Not the best first 45 I've seen from Sacramento. Possession was better. It looked better as the match went on. But it is the youngsters from the Northwest who have the lead against the Republic here in California. Halftime show coming up next. Don't go away.
At 10, turn to Sacramento's most trusted news team on My 58 with breaking news.
COVID-19 has created new challenges.
Weather that won't keep you guessing.
Here's a look at what we can expect over the next 24 hours.
And the facts you need to keep our community safe and informed.
Big changes happening right now after our investigation.
At 10, make your source for KCRA3 News, My 58, the team you trust to bring you accurate information and prepare you for tomorrow. At 10, turn to My 58 for KCRA3 News.
This is the look of a 12-year-old cancer survivor. A boy who spent a quarter of his life fighting to get a chance at the rest. A boy whose cancer took his knee, but we gave him back the use of his leg. For extraordinary breakthroughs and everyday childhoods, UC Davis Health offers primary care and specialty care across 17 convenient locations. UC Davis Health, discovering healthy.
Staying at home can take its toll. But weeknights starting at 5, you can hang out with some of the funniest shows on TV.
Seriously? You better believe it.
All the crazy characters.
I'm not insane. My mother had me tested.
All the relatable moments.
You're still rocking the sweats. Every day this week.
And of course, all the laughs. Stay home with TV's best comedies. Weeknights starting at 5. It's not just stay at home funny, it's My 58 funny.
Well, September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and UC Davis and Republic FC are once again teaming up to help shine a light on those who have been impacted with pediatric cancer. Tonight, we're proud to share the story of one family's journey, one that perfectly exemplifies the indomitable spirit and mother's immeasurable love for her child.
Jorge es un guerrero, porque él ha luchado siempre con una sonrisa en los tiempos más difíciles cuando fue diagnosticado del cáncer. Jorge comenzó con un dolor muy fuerte en su rodilla. Lo llevamos a la sala de emergencias y de ahí nos refirieron a UC Davis.
I met Jorge very, very early as soon as he came complaining of the deep pain and found to have this lesion in his knee, and we had the diagnosis of Ewing sarcoma, and then a treatment plan was made.
Recuerdo cuando los primeros días que fue el diagnóstico, yo no sabía, no entendía, yo lloraba, y recuerdo que él siempre me daba una servilleta y me decía, Ma, todo va a estar bien, simplemente tengo cáncer. Fue muy difícil, fue muy duro para mí. Jorge es el más chico de mis hijos y no lo podía creer.
Ewing sarcoma is a very rare cancer of the musculoskeletal system. It affects about 3 patients per 1 million in that age range. In general, for bone sarcoma near the knee at age 7, options could be an amputation, not nearly as functional as a rotation plasty where we can turn around the leg and use the ankle as a knee joint.
Esta cirugía le daría la oportunidad de no tener limitaciones en el deporte, y por su corta edad él podría adaptarse a un futuro cuando fuera adulto, el tener una vida sin límites.
His family is fantastic. Mom and dad are absolutely amazing. And when he recovered and came back to the room, I think he looked to his leg and he was ready to go. But more fascinating, surrounding him, there were all his toys. And guess what? Surgeon Mom did the same surgery that Dr. Thorpe did to Jorge, and they were there waiting for him on his bed.
Su perro tiene su pie volteado y sus osos lo tiene volteado y su pingüino también.
It's a long surgery. It takes a lot of skill, and then they're in the intensive care unit afterwards, and then the acceptance of seeing their leg turned around 180 degrees. But he did really fantastic through this.
Y recuerdo perfectamente cuando miré que él movió sus dedos, y eso fue que fue genial, porque mirar que él en muy pocas horas tuvo la reacción de mover sus dedos, eso fue un milagro.
His prognosis now, 4 years after surgery, 5 years from diagnosis, is very, very, very good.
Que va a estar bien, que va a ser un niño sin límites, sin etiquetas, fuerte.
To see him smile, to see him wearing his prosthetic, it's amazing to see him now doing so well. It just brings such great pride in who he is and what they got through and the treatment.
I've been doing this for 37 years. And I have to tell you that every single one of our patients, no matter the outcomes, I become richer. And I learn about resilience, I learn about hope, I learn about fight, all those things I learned from Jorge and his family.
Gracias por hacernos sentir como una familia.
I would like to tell kids that never to give up, because you can do whatever you want in life.
town. A world-class city where it's not just about where you're going,
but it's also where you come from. See, here, there's always room at the top.
Where sky's the limit,
but roots help keep you grounded. And this is town business. If you know, you know. Some might say it's rough around the edges,
but we all know that the flavors are in the margins. It's a family affair out here.
It's all eyes on we.
Hold it down for the people holding you up. These things matter to us.
It is let's go Oakland over and over and over again, where East Oakland and West Oakland meet.
Show the town love,
and the town will love you back. Oakland, forever.
The United Soccer League and its 47th championship in League One clubs stand united in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can create change. Together, we are united against racism.
Welcome back to the break. Kevin Goldthwait, Rob McAllister here with you as a night has fallen here in Sacramento. As what a start, Kev. Not the one Sacramento was hoping for. So let's get to our highlights. First, actually, let's go to our news and notes first. Sorry about that. So news and notes around the league. And, you know, we talked a little bit about Oakland with Christian Herrera back, and awesome to see that. You saw a little bit of the clips there, but Oakland roots, what do you think, Kev, just down the road?
I love the NorCal rivalry potential here. I think what they've done in Oakland with the brand, with the club, has been nothing short of spectacular. I think they've done a great job, and it'd be fun to meet them here at Papa Murphy's Park in the near future.
And of course, playoff bound. Sacramento already one of them, and 6 other teams clinching already. So the playoff picture is starting to come into focus. So we'll have your highlights coming up next, right after the break. Don't go away.
What are you watching? What are you watching?
Only the funniest channel on TV.
What does that mean?
It means the best comedies live here.
No way! What show? It's a whole channel.
And do you know what it's called?
My
56.
Or is it 54?
No. It's My 58.
Yeah, I knew it.
You have no idea how funny this is.
All of the best comedies are right here on
My
58.
This is the look of a 12-year-old cancer survivor. A boy who spent a quarter of his life fighting to get a chance at the rest. A boy whose cancer took his knee, but we gave him back the use of his leg. For extraordinary breakthroughs and everyday childhoods, UC Davis Health offers primary care and specialty care across 17 convenient locations. UC Davis Health, discovering healthy.
We're proud to see our community helping in ways big and small. At SMUD, we're working hard too, helping with payment options, making it easier to qualify for our energy assistance rate, providing online tools and tips to help you lower your bill, and focusing on essential services to help keep rates low. As your community-owned, not-for-profit electric service, we're here to help, now more than ever. SMUD, powering forward together.
Halftime highlights powered by Smud, and early on, Kevin, not what you were hoping for, Republic fans, as Tacoma able to find a seam and make good. As early on, Republic just breaking down in the back, but give credit to Tacoma, able to score, and it's Jesus Perez, his third on the year.
Yeah, a bit of a self-inflicted wound there. I think Jordan McCreary had a better chance to maybe retain that ball or clear it, but it's still, hey, good finish from Perez. And that near corner, really, Brady Scott nothing to do. No chance.
Barcelona almost finding the net for the first time this year. Just a bit off the mark here, but a pretty decent look, and great ball from Formella to find him.
Yeah, great ball. Good first-time effort, trying to find the near post with the outside of left foot. Just sneaks it a little bit too tight.
And controversy here in the first half is flag goes up, and I don't know, it's going to be tight. Bijev, Formella offside. What do you think?
Yeah, we don't have the line. Formella looked like he might have been a little bit deeper. I'm not sure if the linesman was raising his flag off of Formella or Bijev, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Flag's up.
Lashford Elk Grove Subaru with our halftime stats, but you're right, 73% of possession. That's the good news, Kevin. What's concerning, 0 shots on target.
0 shots on target, exactly. Got 6 shots, good number for the first half, but again, we've talked about this all year. This number is a percentage of shots and shots on goals, not anywhere near where you want it to be. And tonight, we're at 0%. So a lot of room to improve, and we got 45 minutes to do so, which is a great thing. Come out here, put in a good 45-minute shift, and get yourself a goal early, and it changes this game completely, and hopefully opens up Tacoma a little bit.
And it looks like no substitutions for either side, so we'll remain with the 22 that are on the pitch to start this match. For that first 45, Kevin, what did you like about what Sacramento did instead of maybe focusing on some of the negative things that we didn't like?
I think what they did a great job is a wide play, specifically Sam Warner down here on this right side for the first 40 minutes or so, doing a great job getting involved. Jordan McCreary as well, flying up that flank, serving balls in the box. I think runs in the box need to be a little bit better, but I also like the patience that Sacramento had as they were building up in that final third. Had some nice play, some nice patient, mature play. And also a bit of a character check. You know, you get conceded, scored on early in the first couple minutes of the match to come out and still be able to fight and do your best to battle out. And I think they did that for that 40 minutes or so after the goal was scored. Went in the locker room, hopefully change that shirt, get a drink of water, relace the boots, and come out here for a fresh 45.
Well, Tacoma has allowed 23 goals on the year. That's just over 2 a match at this point. They've scored just 18, so -5 goal differential. So this is a team that does give up goals, and second half has been a bit of their Achilles heel. And can Sacramento take advantage? Look at this ball coming from the back line.
Yeah, I think the big challenge is going to be, I bet Tacoma is going to be sitting back even more. They were sitting back in the first half for the rest of this game. And so in order for Sacramento to have success, I think they're going to have to move the ball quickly and be patient and be smart with their passes. And I think if you do that, you can bounce it in and out, start to spread them out a little bit, find the gaps, find the seams. But quick ball movement, in my opinion, in that final third is going to be key in order to break down this back 8 of Tacoma.
Warner stays on this left side with Juan Barrona. Barrona back for the first match since March 7th. He's had a couple of good looks. It's a bit tough to see as over the last 5 matches, Republic have scored at least 2 goals in every single match. So for Republic, a bit of a rare start here. Here's for Warner, cross a goal. Here's Bijev, he just tapped it in. Billion Bijev, what a goal for Sacramento. And it's all level in California as Bijev picks his 3rd up on the year. What a ball from Sam Warner, and Bijev knocks it home.
Hey, I tell you what a way to start this second half. Briggs has got to be pretty happy inside. You get a quick shot of him right there. He's probably smiling ear to ear, but still putting on a good face. I tell you what, that play absolutely starts with Hayden Sargis with a wonderful driven ball into the space, finding Sam Warner on that left side. Sam with a wonderful ball and a great run on the back post by Bijev. And great job by Bijev for getting himself up in the final third as far forward as he did. Not his best touch, but it doesn't matter. It's in the back of the net. But what a wonderful ball by Hayden Sargis. An even better one from Sam Warner. Put on a platter. Bit of a sitter there for Bijev, but great job by Sacramento answering right here. Get another look right now. That's just a simple pass in the back of the net from Bijev. Smart play.
And you know what? Not going too hard, not trying to do too much, just allowing to find frame there, and good things can happen.
I tell you what, I'll say this for the third time, but that ball from Hayden Sargis, I can't say enough about that. That was an absolute peach of a ball right into the stride of Sam Warner, and Sam's got his head up. And at that point, it's a simple pass right across the face of the goal on the along the 6-yard box. And a simple little tap in for Bijev, but great start, way to answer this second half.
Counter for Tacoma, getting back is Formella. Great hustle to win this ball.
Well done there from Formella.
Bijev, his 3rd goal on the year, and Villian Bijev, last couple of weeks, you can make a case for really MVP on this team. He has looked sharp, he has looked dialed in, and he's making the plays that we have asked him to make for really the last couple of seasons. And you see it, Kevin, he's not trying to do too much now. He's got a PK goal that ended up being the winner against Reno. He has the goal against Orange County that ended up being the game winner. And now he's got the game-tying goal here against Tacoma tonight.
Bijev's looked great as of late. I think the first start since the break when things came back, I thought he was playing a little bit like heavy-legged, Rob, I'd call it. But I think he looks fresh. He's got a bit of a pep in his step, a bit of a spring in his step as of late, and I think all these goals he's scored as of late is only going to help him play better with confidence. The linesman with the flag up,
and
let the referee do the
Seth's
job.
moving to that 10 position. It seems that his confidence has really knocked up a few, and it's take a look at the watch party brought to you by Rayleigh's and the reaction from that goal here, and the fans loving it. We appreciate you tuning us, and there's our good buddy Adam Moffat as well. Gotta love the game-tying goal just a few minutes ago by that man, Villian Bijev, who hails from Fresno, originally from Bulgaria, but has become a mainstay in this Republic squad for the last couple of seasons. Headed by Belmar, and a little bit of an undercut coming from Sissoko, and the whistle comes in. It's been a tough night for Belmar. He has had to really battle and not getting a lot of touches.
Yeah, and you're battling with a guy like Sissoko, who's a big boy. But well done, though, by Belmar, getting up, fighting for the ball. Good ball in for Barahona.
Switching this field, hangs up a little bit too high. We'll settle for McCrary. Villarreal plays it wide. Bijev, one of the top prospects out of the Central Valley as a teenager, and ended up playing overseas for just a bit, and before coming back to the States and played for Portland and did really well in 2016, really his best overall season in USL play. But this year he is back to that or maybe better the way we've seen him the last couple of weeks. Now the press here, Kevin, for Sacramento, trying to force more mistakes here. What do you want to see? I know Mark Briggs is saying that he'd like to see the press be better. He still is not happy. He thought in preseason they were pressing much better than he's seen really the most of this return of the 2020 season. And what does that mean? What do you want to see more of? The jumping in the corners?
No, I think it's timing. I think that's where he's been. Sam Warner there's connecting with
Chris Little.
Chris Little. It's a great pass, great little layoff. I think what Briggs is talking about, I think the press, or at least what I've seen, timing should be better, and when to go and how to go and who's going to go with it. Just the decision process is a little bit off with the guys, whether one guy's going or two guys going and you need an extra person, or the timing's not right. And I think it's identifying the periods and points in the match on when to go. And I do agree, I think earlier in the season they might have been a little bit more crisp with that, and they've probably, that side of the tactics have fallen off a little bit, but that's a conversation that we have had with Mark Briggs.
Is that
the moments? It's the moments. I don't think it's trust. I think it's just it becomes like you know, a bit of a mental lapse when you need to know when you see your striker and your two wingers go as a midfielder, you got to go with them, and you need to think immediately. And sometimes I think over the course of the season, course of a match, mentally you might miss that moment, but those are the moments you have to identify, and everyone's got to go together, or the group's got to go together, because if it's one less or one too many, you know, something could happen negatively from that situation where you don't win the press, or then you're exposed in the back in case a long ball's played.
And I think that's exactly what Mark was talking there, as he wanted Bijev to jump as soon as possible. And Bijev thinking they should have a throw here. And he may be right. Forcing that back line into positions. And here comes Villarreal with a step and a little bit of a miscommunication between Klonoski and the back line. Warner trying to keep this in play. Bijev with a step, able to poke it free was Kitahara. Skundrich to the other side to Jordan McCrary. Formella of the middle of the park. Villarreal turning. Los Angeles native finding the feet of Sam Warner. Belmar turning. Belmar looking for an opportunity. Belmar's gonna go for goal and just slides it wide. First strike from Carlton Belmar tonight, and it comes to the 54th.
Yeah, don't mind that at all. It's a great job by Belmar getting himself on top of the ball, brings it back to the middle of the pitch. I think I'd like to see him maybe strike it one touch earlier, but great job creating his own shot. And you want that from your striker. I like that. I call it selfishness, but it's not selfish. You want your striker thinking, I'm going to put this on target, I'm going to have a crack. Just doesn't connect very cleanly with that, but still like the effort. Good thoughts. It's a bit of an elbow maybe.
And a bit chippy between the two sides here. Tied at 1. Bijev with the game-tying goal in the 48th. It was Perez who scored the first in the 3rd minute. Formella dink this up over the top for Belmar. Belmar past Mueller. Will turn to his left. Here's some help from Republic. Back post crashing. Drew Skundrich colliding with Klonoski. And maybe a foul.
He's going straight up. I mean, I don't know if this is a yellow card.
I think it's going to be a conversation, and there is a card coming for Drew Skundrich as the booking made.
He's going for infringement, right? That's going to be persistent infringement. That's just he had the foul, 30, 45 seconds ago in the middle of the park where he put his elbow up. Don't necessarily agree with or disagree with that, but definitely that's not a yellow cardable offense, that foul. But you add the other fouls on top of it, give the referee a reason or an opportunity to get you, and he got.
So Klonoski able to draw a yellow against Drew Skundrich. Mark Briggs is screaming for Myron Kumko to get a hold of this match a little bit here. He's had a lot to say about some of the decisions that the officiating crew has made so far tonight, but we are tied at 1, so both teams able to take advantage when opportunities presented themselves. Republic will need a win to keep pace with Reno. Villanueva. One of the voices you'll hear, Brady Scott, and one big moment that Mark said he loved to see him. One of the first times in training was the amount at which Brady Scott communicates with his 10 outfielders, and he said it really has helped the shape and training time, and now will we see that come to fruition in gameplay? I guess that's going to be the big question moving forward. Bijev still battling, gets back up on his feet, winning this ball here. Great effort from Villian Bijev. A little bit busy, and look at Villarreal going right through the legs of Serrano. Ball played into the corner. Moving forward is Formella. Formella, hard-driven ball, looking for Belmar, and it's off the hip of Mueller.
A great build-up once again. From the middle of the pitch, you got a lot of one-touch, little quick movements. Ball gets popped out, sprung to the other side. Formella's up there, puts a good ball in the box. Looks like Taylor Mueller again, facing his own goal, conceding a corner kick. A lot of good things to look out from that build-up play from Sacramento. Well done, quick ball movement.
Atlas disposal. Corner kick, the first for Sacramento here in the second half of play. It'll be Villian Bijev from the far corner. Bijev, hard-driven ball low, looking for Belmar, who got up high with it. Both sides screaming for an infraction. Tacoma thought Belmar got a hand on it. Last touch by Defiance, another corner for Villian Bijev.
Again, need to see Bija miss that first man, but at least we got someone on the near post.
Back post, here it's Skundrich. And there's a penalty as a handball by Tacoma sets up a PK for Sacramento here in the 59th.
Yeah, this is unfortunate for Tacoma, but great job by Skundrich. Again, ball served in the box.
Chris Little cannot believe it, and I think Tacoma feeling like that was a little bit ticky-tacky, but another look at it, Kevin.
A lot of extracurriculars going on out there, too. Yeah, that's a handball. Perez is going up. See his arms are, I mean, they're extended arms, headed across. I mean, but rule of the book, it's a penalty. I think you got some stuff, some action going on with Eric Klonowski also coming out and stomping on the penalty spot, trying to make things difficult. There's some push in between. Skundrich.
Carlton Belmar, 42 career USL goals.
Big moment here, big moment.
It is oddly quiet here at Papa Murphy's Park. Belmar slots this one home, and it's 2-1 Sacramento.
Good penalty, driven hard. There's a lot of things going on in that sequence, from the handball to the complaining to some pushing to the goalkeeper coming out, Klonowski stepping on the penalty spot. There's a lot of mental things that I think Belmar had to fight through right there and deal with, and he does a great job and still finds target behind Klonowski. Calm and collected. It's well done by Belmar. Finds that lower left corner. I tell you, I think that's a lot harder than you're going to give him credit for, because there was a lot of stuff going on as a striker or a person taking that penalty. It's easy to start second-guessing yourself and thinking about all those extracurricular things going on. So well done from Belmar. Gets himself that goal.
Republic have been much better, and a look from the watch party here, waiting to see that goal go in, and the reaction priceless from many of you, and it's 2-1 Republic here at home against Tacoma Defiance. McCrary's going to send this ball upfield, maybe giving chase for Belmar. Sissoko there as well. Sissoko,
look at the pace, look at the explosion right there from Belmar. Wow.
And here in the 60th minute, Kev, this isn't the first 20, and a first substitution. This is for Tacoma. And it'll be Alfonso Campo Chavez out of this match. And Alec Diaz, the 18-year-old out of Washington, called up for the Puerto Rican national team in February. But a guy who has been one of the stars for this Tacoma side here in 2020, leading the team with 4 goals on the year.
Good seeing Barahona last in 60 minutes here so far. Like seeing him get a full run in that game fitness. It's close to 90. Great ball, great run again.
Sargis lifting this ball up with the top. Belmar.
Oh, he's just offside.
Flag is up.
Just offside. I tell you what, for those simple, silly giveaways that we had early in the match, specifically with the end of the back four, the Canaans and Sargis. And Sargis specifically had a couple silly ones, but he has since made up for them and then some with some wonderful distribution out of the back. World-class stuff. That ball to Sam Warner was fantastic. He had a couple earlier ones in the first half, some good diagonal balls. I'm telling you, this guy with both feet, it's fun to watch.
Well, and because he has played for so well for the first 12 matches, our expectations for him have far exceeded what an 18-year-old should be.
And it's a very good point to think, Rob. I mean, there's an 18-year-old kid, he's going to make some mistakes. You know, 30-year-old players make mistakes, but you're right, kind of put things in perspective a little bit, but I'll say it again, he's made up for those mistakes and then some. Well, here as the match progressed.
As you saw on the screen there, the virtual watch party, you can be a part of it too. Saturday, October 3rd for the regular season finale. You can interact with other fans, win exclusive prizes, and of course be featured on the broadcast. And former Republic player Jeremy Hall will be the guest of part of that watch party. So if you want to get in, go to the website, sign up. That's for the season finale against the Timbers 2 here at home. One of those moments, 2 goals up, playing well. The atmosphere here would be fantastic. It's just still hard to get over when there's 30 of us here instead of 12,000.
Yeah, you're completely right, especially in this situation. Coming back from great first touch.
Formella with a touch, cross the face of Matt. And they're going to send this one clear in a hurry.
Bijev, I think Bijev made the wrong run, or at least didn't trust and believe that ball was going to get there. He was in the right spot. All he needed was a step or two to his left.
Well, here's Warner. Look at this. Skondrich. Here's a cleanup by Formella, and it's sent away by Mueller.
Yeah, that whole buildup was really nice, too. It's a great ball into Formella on that right side initially, and Formella with a great first touch, getting in behind left back Villanueva, and puts a good ball in the box.
Villarreal. Barahona, plenty of room. Barahona's going to go for goal. And Klonowski able to find it in the basket there. It goes to ground, but
never been bashful, Barahona, I tell you what.
Yeah,
35, 40 yards of feeling good, man. 60th minute, first game back. I'm going to have a crack.
He's had 2 shots tonight, the first on target. Republic with a 2-1 lead, a penalty called in the 59th minute. Handball popped up on Perez. Up the header.
Go with pace.
Drew, and then it was Belmar to put it in the back of the net.
Unlucky. Out from behind. Oh, Bijev does such a good job working back. All he needs is another half a step of work. Let's try to get shoulders right.
McCrary, a little bit of a misstep. Chance for Tacoma, flying forward, Villanueva. Villanueva leaves it forward, leaves it straight on, and it's headed away by Barahona.
I think Sargis on the line right there does a great job.
Right. Sargis
does a great job protecting that Brady Scott net. Hayden Sargis does. Kind of doing a little bit of everything right now. Danny Robles gets the ball in the penalty spot. Has plenty of time, by the way, which is awful scary. Get another look right. This ball served across. Great ball in. There's plenty of time. Sargis does a great job. That ball probably finding the back of the net if Sargis is in that position.
Brady Scott's work not done yet. Another corner here for Tacoma Defiance.
Game's opened up, Rob.
Mueller crashing front post. This is going to bounce in the box. Bounces twice, still a chance. Deflected in, and it's 2-2 as Tacoma has tied it in the 66th.
Yeah, again, that ball's bouncing all over the place.
It's Alec Diaz, his 5th on the year. Kevin, when it bounces once, it's already a concern. Twice is really dangerous, and 3rd is almost a guarantee.
Yeah, it's just, I think Sacramento, they got to do a better job. See Scott, see the frustration right there. Got to do a better job of getting the ball out of the 18-yard box, and any opportunity you can. Get look at right here. You know, there's a touch right there. Belmar's going through. Like to see Belmar maybe get a bigger foot on that and try to clear it, but still, this goes through a lot of traffic on the way, the back way and off of Belmar. I think again, unlucky.
Just like that, this team who has shown that they can score. They put up 2 against Reno. They put up 3 against Sacramento earlier in the year. And they have tied this as we were past the hour mark, and now changes maybe for both teams coming quickly.
Yeah, you got to think too, kind of reminiscent of the goal in extra time. Obviously not off a set piece, at least the goal last week, but kind of bouncing around in the box, ends up finding the feet of opposition, and the ball's in the back of the net before you know it.
Well, we mentioned in the pregame, Kevin, that there would be an opportunity for goals scored here tonight, and that's exactly what we're seeing, 2-2, and Republic defensively so
well
good.
Done.
This Bijev just takes this one away. To the middle of the park he goes with the left foot, comes right back off his chest, and Bijev is down.
Hits him right in the head, man. That looks...
And I think it may have come off Sissoko for the block and right in the face of Bijev.
Hopefully Bijev's okay right there because he absolutely pummeled that ball with his left foot. You can hear it from up here, Rob. Just the sound as it came off his foot. You can hear the sound of those balls when they're struck. And another look right here. It's a great job by Bijev, just staying with that, fighting it, nicks the ball off of the back.
Right at the foot of Sissoko.
And that ball's going on target with pace. What a block by Sissoko.
And I think that we're going to have a substitution. So Rodrigo Lopez was up already, but I think the decision now will be for William Bijev as the trainer, Betty Almeida, signaling for Mark that he may be coming out.
Yeah, one of those two. It goes from, as a player, you're thinking, you know, you're taking the ball, you're going up towards goal, you're taking the ball 1v1, you have a strike, a clean strike with your left foot, and next thing you know, you're on the ground after the ball hits you square in the face. and you're probably getting subbed out and your night's done. So quick things change.
He's holding the left side of his face. You just hope that it's only going to be a bruise at this point.
You know, if it's just superficial, you know what I mean? Well, great job. Look at him staying with that. He turns the ball over and still stays with it. Is able to nick the ball off Tacoma. Just look at that. Whew.
So it will be Rodrigo Lopez.
Yeah, glad seeing he's walking up on his own 2 feet here.
Bijev with the first goal, the first game tying goal that we saw. And he'll come off it. You know, good sign is that he's talking, he's on his own, and he's hopefully going to be okay here. But the decision now by Mark Briggs was forced here as that ball comes off the face. So Rodrigo Lopez, it was not too long ago, I think 7 years now, this very night, Kevin, the Miracle at Bonnie, where Rodrigo Lopez did the unthinkable, scoring 3 goals. He's into this match, likely in that 10 role as he moves up in for William Bijev. What do you want to see out of Rodrigo Lopez, and what does he bring to a match like this now that it's tied 2-2?
I hope he just do another Miracle at Bonnie. Just do one of those again. Just do one of those every 7 years. You're due for a miracle, right? So just do that again. Recreate that. No, I'm happy to see him. I think you know, Bijev is a bit unfortunate. I thought Bijev was really doing well the last 15-20 minutes, causing a lot of problems on Tacoma, especially on that right side. So unlucky for Sacramento. But Roro, I think he can come in here. I want to see him kind of fill that gap underneath Belmar and be able to be the guy that gets the ball at his feet and makes the right pass and spring other players in and connect with his, you know, the 3 guys in front of him, the Formellas, the Sam Warners, as well as the Belmar. So connectivity up front is going to be really important.
Well, if you look at this, it's Villarreal up front now, and
you're right. Yeah,
playing underneath.
Yeah, Roro's playing underneath. So yeah, so Villarreal's got to be the one with the responsibility in that going forward and being able to make the right pass at the right time and also connect with Belmar, Sam Warner, and Formella when they press. So Roro underneath, you know, make no mistake about it, the guy's probably one of the best players in USL with the ball at his feet in these situations right here.
This one's lofted to Formella. And Mark Briggs wanted to see Roro more into the attack, breaking lines. Let's see if we can get something here tonight. Cleared away by Villanueva.
Yeah, Villanueva, poor clearance, concedes the corner kick. But that's exactly what you want, Roro on the ball, one touch and finding the opposite side of the field to switch.
And for set pieces and corner kicks, another great opportunity now with Barahona and Roro. It's going to be Roro, low driving ball.
That's that first man.
McCrary. Barahona back heel. Roro. Finding Sargis. We'll send it around the horn now. Villarreal right back in.
Again, first man. It's a counterattack ball.
Kitahara just along the edge, able to get past Warner.
Good work back, Sam Warner.
A lot of bodies flying down. The whistle a bit late, but we charged against Tacoma, and who is now setting up for a substitution. Looks like Azriel Gonzalez. And it is. It's the 18-year-old from Las Vegas who will replace Jesus Perez. So Perez is out. He had the game's first goal in the 3rd minute. There's assisted by Campo Chavez. Both players out for Tacoma as they have now put in Gonzalez and Diaz. And both players that have been able to find the net. Of course, Diaz finding his 5th goal on the year. The 2nd for Tacoma tonight. That came on a corner kick that bounced around 1, 2, maybe 3 too many times. And now changes maybe for Mark Briggs as well. What 70-something minute here? What kind of change would you like to see for Republica?
Well, I don't know if you know, like is the right word here. I think necessity here. Let's see if Barahona, how he feels, how your training staff are going to treat this first game back. Do you want him to go to a full 90? Is Deckel capable of full 90? I mean, these are decisions I think you're talking with your training staff and your strength and conditioning team on whether or not these guys need to be or should be brought out in terms of prevention, as they're not 90-minute fit. So maybe that's the decision you go with. I don't know.
And it must be difficult. This is a chance for Mueller. Belmar playing it forward. Back to Villarreal. One more time for Mala off the corner. And it's sent away by Tacoma. The 3rd goal of the night, nearly finding a chance for Sacramento, not able to convert.
That ball might have come off right in the inside of that upper corner.
Great step from Belmar to get past Mueller. Villarreal not able to connect with Roro
That's
there.
unlucky for Sacramento, specifically Formella right there. He's kind of going away from goal. Hard for him to try to keep that ball into the crossbar, and he did just enough what he needed to do. And take a look right here as it's coming back across. Jaime gets in there, gets a touch. Belmar, that's a little deflection right there too from Serrano.
Roro, great step. Gonzalez. If you gave Formella a chance 20 times to try to hit that corner, how many times you could do it?
One.
Maybe one. So substitutions for Sacramento as well. And here comes the first substitution. It's Tomas Hilliard Arce. And it's an evening over for Sam Warner. And I wonder if maybe going 3 to the back.
I think going 3 to the back.
And I bet maybe Barona comes out. And there's going to be a lot of switching. So Drew Skundrich, a rare substitution. So Skundrich is out, and now it's the newest member of the Sacramento Republic, and that is Frankie Lopez.
What a tactical move here by.
He's changing it up. I guess with playoffs secured at this point, why not see what works? So Rodrigo Lopez, Frankie Lopez in for the first time together. Belmar still into this match.
I don't think this is see what things works for playoffs, Robbie. We got to win this game here tonight. I think there's something that Briggs is seeing here.
Well, here's Formella flying down the center of the park, played it to his left. So you have Frankie Lopez up top with Belmar, and you have Barona and McCrary all the way up the pitch as well. And Tomas Hilliard Arce, Deco Kanan, and Hayden Sargis along the back there. So we go to the 75th minute, and that is another hydration break, and will give us a chance to review what we've seen in the first 75 minutes of this contest so far. We begin with the 3rd minute, and it's Tacoma able to pounce first. Ocampo Chavez finding Jesus Perez, and just like that, it's 1-0, the visitors.
Yeah, great finish there by Perez, and Tacoma does a great job just picking the ball off Sacramento, and 2 touches later, the ball's in the back of net.
Public not done yet. Is this ball coming from the left side from Warner, and just a nice, easy touch from Billy and Bijev. 1-1 the 48th.
Yeah, great ball across the face from Sam Warner, and obviously that ball, just great touch on it from Hayden Sargis. Then the penalty kick right here. Drew Skundrich getting up, and unlucky for Tacoma, and then Belmar steps up and just hammers this thing in the lower corner for Sacramento. 2-1 lead.
First goal of the year, his 43rd in his career. Another mistake by Sacramento, not defending well enough on that set piece, and deflected in. Alec Diaz, his 5th on the year, and that is where it stands, 75 minutes in, 2-2. And let's take a look at our standings now, as Reno 1868 picking up the victory tonight. The Republic able to earn the win. They would get closer to Reno 1868, but Tacoma and Portland officially out here in the playoff picture. But back to what we're seeing here on the pitch, Kevin. You have Sargis Kanan, Tomas Hilliard Arce. You've got Villarreal Lopez, Barahona, McCrary, Formella, Frankie Lopez, and Carlton Belmar. Now we're just trying to figure out where the pieces lie, but it almost seems like a
3-5-2.
Yeah, 3-5-2.
Yeah, maybe a little bit modified, but you're going to have your 3 in the back with Tomas Hilliard Arce on the right with Deco Kanan in the middle, and then Hayden Sargis out here on the left. And in the middle of the pitch, it's going to be Rodrigo Lopez along with Jaime Villarreal. And then on the wings, you're going to have out on the left, Juan Barahona kind of trolling this left side. And then on the right side is going to be Jordan McCreary. And then up top is going to be probably a triangle between Formella, Lopez.
Formella into the corner. This ball sent across. A little deflection. Mueller able to get a right foot to it. And we saw a bit of this early on. It was Lopez playing back, coming the ball, bringing it up, trying to break lines earlier in the season. And Mark went to it early on after coming back from the COVID break, and then went away with it as maybe some injuries and other thoughts changed But are we seeing it here? Is it back again, Kevin?
I don't know. I have a hard time believing that this is going to be an all-in chip sort of move of we're going to go 3-5-2. I think there's something that Briggs sees down there, which is why he's the manager and gets paid to do it. And you and I are up here trying to figure out what he sees. But I think this is a specific to this match, this moment for him giving his side the best opportunity chance to come out here and get 3 points.
Roro now wearing the captain's armband, playing it forward. Here's a chance now for Mella to the right side. It goes. This one's lofted high. Frankie Lopez, his first touch, just coming outside the 18. Lopez so good at 1v1. Jaime.
Good patient play there, Rob.
Tomas Hilliard Arce in the substitution. First time in 3 games. He has been back in the 18. Villarreal. Good possession from Sacramento here tonight. Patient ball movement. Ball whipped in. Here's a chance going up. It's Barone on the backside. This one's still up high. Not an easy play for Klonowski.
I like to see someone try to maybe challenge Klonowski, make it a little more difficult for him. But still patient play, like you mentioned, and a really good job and a good ball in the box at the end.
Well, you think part of the decision now with Drew Skundrich getting that yellow card, maybe Mark didn't want to take any risk of Drew getting another one. Then he would be out against Reno on Saturday. And there's a late touch by Tacoma here after the ball went out of play, as it looked like Alec Diaz may have thrown it, and Hayden Sargis screamed loud enough, and so there's another yellow card handed out. And so do you think with Skundrich picking up that yellow may have played in a little bit to this?
Maybe, but I think it's your captain. I think you got to trust the guy to play a few minutes left in this match with that yellow card in his back pocket. But I think ultimately this is just the tactical move that Coach Briggs is seeing. And pulling out Skundrich was just a necessary part of that.
Belmar with a step, somehow able to keep up on his feet was Burt Gilroy. This one's headed forward by Sargis. Barona, can he get there? He's undercut and holding that left, or that right ankle.
That's from behind, I think, there.
That's not what you want to see, is Barahona walking ever so gingerly. Formella. Play this back. That's where Mark wanted to see the step by his Republic players. And this one's played onto space. Here comes Brady Scott now. Comes and slides and sends it out of play. An aggressive play coming from the Petaluma native. And what would have been a 1v1 situation for Tacoma, Brady Scott says no thank you and sends it out.
As soon as Brady Scott started going, I thought there was no chance he's going to get to the ball. Does a great job, closes down the ground very nicely. Azriel Gonzalez, all he has to do is a little pull over Brady Scott, but Brady's there quick enough. Shows some athleticism.
Tacoma still battling just outside the 18, popped up on his arm.
And that's the bit of the danger of a 3-5-2, right? Where you get one guy stepping forward and it's a quick turnover and all of a sudden you are exposed completely. But thankfully you've got Brady Scott back there, does a great job to close down that.
Mueller out of play and more movement on the Republic bench. There has been 3 substitutions so far for Sacramento. They have 2 remaining. Sargis. Barahona. To the corner, a quick header offside, Carlton Belmar.
That's offside of McCreary, I think.
So the whistle blows and there will be plenty of substitutions, but first we get to the return of the 15-year-old native. Rafa Hadegi will come in for Dart Formella. The 15-year-old getting his second opportunity, made his debut against Reno, has been in the 18. What a great moment for Hadegi to get back in to this match. And Jordan McCrary now coming out of this match. And that will give the opportunity for Shannon Gomez to find some room in this match. So quite a few changes now. So it's Belmar, Lopez, Gomez, Villarreal, Hadegi, Kanan, Sargis, Tomas Hilliard Arce, and Brady Scott. And Chris Heggert is now into the match for Tacoma. And Marvin Vargas into the match as well. So, a lot of change with these 5 substitutes. Hard to keep track of all these sometimes, Kev.
Making us work for it tonight, Rob.
But what an option it gives these coaches as well to really change the complete dynamic of your team, all really with one swoop. Sargis lofting this one, maybe a chance for Belmar on that back post.
Dangerous little ball there from Hayden Sargis. Belmar maybe was half a step too late. Dekel.
Tacoma moving forward, plays it to the right to Serrano, looking to get it to his right foot, takes the shot, and it's in. It's 3-2 Tacoma. They've taken the lead once again.
The treaded wickets as a defender right there with Hayden Sargis doing a great job closing off that angle, but just outstretches a little bit too much. And I tell you what, as a striker, you kind of plan for that to happen and go for the wickets right there. And Ray Serrano does that and finds the far post with a wonderful, well-taken goal. And an absolute dagger for Sacramento in the 85th minute right here. So now down 3-2, but a great job by Tacoma. Comes from a bit of a turnover from Dekel Kanan, and they got numbers going forward, and they do. When they go forward, they've been going quickly going forward, Rob. That's where their goals have come from those giveaways from Sacramento.
That was a wonderful strike from Ray Serrano, the 18-year-old from Washington. Part of the U.S. Soccer Development Academy. One of the better players there, 10 goals in 22 matches over his time with U.S. Youth Soccer. And now Sacramento has some work to do to earn a point. They have yet to drop a match here at home. These two teams went 3-3 in their first matchup here at Papa Murphy's Park. Lopez is undercut by Mueller. Good challenge. He's able to clear that ball and send it into space. As now you see Tacoma just playing back. How does Sacramento break through and get an opportunity here, Kev?
Yeah, I think it's just going to be a big character test here for the final 5-10 minutes potentially.
Turnover. Into space it goes again. Playing forward is Diaz. Already has a goal on the night.
I tell you though, Briggs did kind of put his chips all in right there. We're going 3 in the back. Maybe been exposed.
Roro, Serrano.
No chance, that's a deflection, no chance.
Tonight's substitutions brought to you by Medic Ambulance. As Republic have made all 5. After a bit of discussion, that call is reversed. A throw for Tacoma instead. Hadegi. Belmar plays it back to Villarreal. Trying to force that into the side. Barona not able to come back for it. Barona, no red jerseys around.
Starting to get a bit chippy out there. Some frustration shown. It's a good tackle though.
Well, the way that this playoff picture looks is that even if Sacramento would come back and somehow pull out the victory, it might be tough to get the top seed anyway, as Reno would likely have to drop a game or two, which is possible. But a loss here would likely secure a second place finish in Group A for Sacramento Republic, regardless of what happens over the next few weeks. Republic will play Reno on Saturday, Tacoma in Portland Thursday.
Jaime just barking at everybody right now. He's got to calm things down and cool it.
Shannon Gomez on the run, trying to find some space. To the right side it goes. This ball's sent in. Here's Roro at his feet. Roro ties it! Rodrigo Lopez has done another miracle!
Well done, Rodrigo.
7 years to the day, Roro scored 3 on his own. Tonight, he ties it, the third goal of the evening for Sacramento. And somehow, Kevin, the final moments of this one, Republic still have a chance to pull off the unbelievable.
A bit of a character check, we talked about it, a bit of a gut check, and these guys did a great job and answered every single question that we threw at them right here, Rob. It's a good job going forward, a bit of overlapping around Tomas Arce on that right side. Ball served in, bit of deflection, poor clearance. Rodrigo right in the right spot, ball bounces perfect form, and look at this technique right here. Laces right through the back of the ball. Chest high. Good piece of clinical technique right there by Rodrigo. Ball in the back of the net, things equalized. Well done by Sacramento. I bet you there's going to be one more chance for them to maybe steal this game, Rob, if I'm being honest.
Roro, his first goal on the season. Of course, Roro, over his time in USL, the 2014 USL Cup MVP, has 14 goals in his time with Sacramento all time.
Hard challenge there from Hilliard Arce again.
Excuse me, make that 21 goals now, Kevin. Hilliard Arce with a challenge. 4 minutes here at stoppage time, brought to you by Really Something Extra Rewards Program. Well, you can't say that these two teams have gone back and forth being an oddity. It's even now every single time Sacramento has taken on Tacoma, they've scored 3 goals. 3-3 draw, 3-1 win, and a 3-3 draw as we stand here. Hadagi moving forward, battling with another team here. Spins off Villanueva. Roro. To the touchline it goes. Hadagi trying to make a move, battling with Villanueva. And a foul coming against Villanueva will be a throw maybe, or how to play first, so it'll be a throw for Sacramento.
Well done by the youngster over there, Rob. Great battle.
Skirts it through. Chance here for Sacramento. Roro again. Roro just lofting this one. And Klanosvi able to get to it.
I think Roro's trying to do the fantastic there. A little chip to the back post. A little too cute. Good spot. Good job by Sacramento. Again, good build up. Was that their chance though, Rob? Is there going to be another one?
Egart moving this ball forward. Chance here, flying in the face. Gonzalez. Good look against Brady Scott.
Never going to threaten enough. Not hit well enough.
Two minutes or so left. This one's put right in the corner for Shannon Gomez. Gomez still flying down that edge. Going to his left, trying to find some help. He'll find it here with Hadagi. Hadagi.
Need more communication, I think, or take a peek over your shoulder. See that defender coming.
Barahona. Sargis right back to Barahona. Barahona goes down. Just trying to back up on his feet. Sissoko battling there. Sissoko.
No foul, no foul. He's going down so soft, Rob.
Sargis given the 20-year-old Frenchman a bit of a word or two. I mean, Tacoma feeling pretty good not too long ago, Kevin, and Rodrigo Lopez spoiling the evening for Chris Littleside.
Well done, Deckel.
How about Deckel going the full 90+ tonight? We're not quite sure whether we'd see him for the duration of this match. He is yet to play and start a full match this year for Mark Briggs' side. Ooh. And Hayden Sargis is now going to likely see yellow.
Those boards are soft, Rob.
Talk to Ethan and Charles and Kim about maybe the strength of those, but flag goes up. And I think this whistle's coming any moment now. Hayden Sargis will throw. Can Sacramento get one more look at it? And I don't think there's going to be one. And there's the final whistle here from Nicholas Moore and Kumpko, and it's Sacramento 3, Tacoma 3. It ends in a draw, as what a battle. Rodrigo Lopez able to score the last goal of the night. And that takes us to our moment of the match, brought to you by Hard Rock. And what a moment it was. 90th minute, down 3-2. To the wing it goes, a deflection, and the legend able to tie it up and earn the draw for his squad.
That's a great job. Just take a look, just a quick touch. Ball bounces up, he times it wonderfully. His strike he does. And like I said earlier, it's the laces through the back of the ball. Hit hard, knee over the ball. Well done by Rodrigo, good technique. And what a moment for Sacramento to be able to eke out a draw here. Some positives, some negatives. Draws a draw.
Yeah.
I think we're pretty fortunate to be getting at least a point here tonight.
How's your heart?
It's all over the place.
It's a little
highs and lows, baby.
Highs and lows tonight. It ends in a draw, 3-3. Tacoma and Sacramento post-game show coming up next.
We're proud to see our community helping in ways big and small. At SMUD, we're working hard too, helping with payment options, making it easier to qualify for our energy assistance rate, providing online tools and tips to help you lower your bill, and focusing on essential services to help keep rates low. As your community-owned, not-for-profit electric service, we're here to help, now more than ever. SMUD, powering forward together.
This is why we do these things. This is why we partner with great organizations like Electrify America, like Sac to Zero. It's awesome. You know, there's no better way than doing it together.
I Love Lasher, starring Vince Bloom, the big dog, and Subi, the canine companions for Independence puppy. Over this past year, we've gotten to know her and her furry friends, as they've gotten to know Outbacks, and Foresters, and Crosstreks, and Imprezas and Legacies. Yes, these fellow four-wheelers love Subarus from Lasher's Elk Grove Subaru, a Stellar Care Award winner and Dealer Rater's Dealer of the Year.
For over 60 years, our name means a great deal. In the Elk Grove Auto Mall and online at elkgrovesubaru.com.
Shouldn't take too long. Yeah, this week. Because as of right now, it's not happening, but I may get an email tomorrow where they're like, all right, we can start on Wednesday or whatever.
What a match here in Sacramento. Is Rodrigo Lopez and company able to fight back a couple of times and earn the draw here at home. Let's get to our post-match highlights, powered by SMUD. And early on, Kevin, another early goal allowed. I'm sort of tired of saying it, but it's been the norm over the last couple weeks.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it has been the norm, unfortunately. But Tacoma does a great job. It's a poor, I don't even say it's a poor giveaway, but it's just a situation where I think Sacramento's got to do a better job of either retaining possession or clearing this ball. You see it right here when Jordan McCreary kind of steps up. This is the moment right there. It's kind of caught between two minds, either clear the ball or going for a tackle, and then how quick Tacoma is able to come back, and then a really good finish, just lifted over the goalkeeper, but great job by Perez.
On to the 48th minute. So at halftime, 1-0 it stays, but this is where it all would change. Sacramento possession-wise, 72% at this point in time. Warner gets it wide, Bijev puts it home, and it's 1-1.
But just the energy that they came out with and how they answered, you know, after that halftime talk, whatever Mark Briggs told these guys really worked. Came out and scored early and then kept going. And here's Drew Skundrich getting himself involved and up on top of that header, and unlucky for Tacoma. Off the arm, and Carlton Belmar getting himself on the score sheet tonight with the goal. Just hammers that ball in the back of the net.
66th minute, another set piece. More problems, but this time for Sacramento. Bounced around, Diaz puts it in, now it's 2-2.
Yeah, I just think maybe, you know, one thing I would say about this is maybe the desire to go win that second ball, which isn't there for Sacramento, but a wonderful finish, and actually really fortunate finish. And then here you go with Formella just putting the ball right off the top corner, right in the upper V. Unlucky, there's a bit of a deflection I think it takes here.
How about the hustle from Carlton Belmar, however, to keep that play alive, cleared away. 86th minute now, Tacoma, great clearance here, but bad mistake from Declan Kanan. Now the press is on, Ray Serrano out wide, and just a gunslinger able to find corner, and it's 3-2 late in this one. Tacoma's energy feeling good, maybe the 3 points going their way. Not so soon. Rodrigo Lopez able to come and save the day calmly, gets this at his feet, puts it home 3-3.
Yeah, Sacramento take advantage of that poor clearance. And Rodrigo, wonderful job again. The technique is just second to none. Take a look at that, young kids, if you see that. That's the way to strike a ball, but wonderful moment, way to answer Sacramento. I think there's a lot of good things to take away, a lot of bad things to take away. Most importantly, at least we got 5 shots on target in that second half, which is a really good number for Sacramento.
I was going to say, there was 6 shots, none on target heading into the second half. You leave the match 16 shots, 5 on target, and much better.
So that's a 50% ratio in that second half, which is where you want to be. So good to for Sacramento to staying on top of things and really kind of shifting that percentage number in their favor, where it's in a position that you want to see.
Stats powered by Toyota there. And our image of the match, Villian Bijev, of course, who was out of this match, replaced by Rodrigo Lopez. Took one to the face, so hopefully he is okay. He was up walking around. They're going to check him out, and hopefully we'll see him on Saturday, which is our remaining schedule. And the Western Health Advantage bringing you this look at what we've got left. Just 3 more to go, Kevin Goldthwait, at Reno next Saturday, and then Wednesday against this very Tacoma side, and then ending the year against the Timbers 2 here at home on October 3rd. At this point in time, it's all about the playoffs. Your final quick thoughts, 10 seconds. What do you want to see moving forward in these last 3?
Passion, desire, determination from these guys to really go out there and fight for this club and fight for their coach.
They've showed some fight and grit tonight. It's 3-3. Tacoma felt like they had to win the book. Couldn't get it done. Rodrigo Lopez able to save the day late. For our entire crew here in Sacramento, for Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. Have a great night. We'll see you at 6:30 next Saturday against Reno 1868.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.